On Saturday, February 13th, the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force employees and family members gathered for an appreciation event at their canteen. The event was hosted by Crime Stoppers TCI and the Turks and Caicos Hotel and Tourism Association TCHTA as a way to say thank you to the men and women of the force who aren't always given their roses by the public. Ian McLeod, president of Crime Stoppers TCI, in bringing welcoming remarks, said the idea stemmed from a former police officer in Canada.
All too often, the police here just don't get recognized. They get taken for granted. If anything, sometimes they get criticized, but not thanked. And we said, what a great idea, and why didn't we think of it before?
In addition to great food and fellowship, officers were recognized for their outstanding and dedicated service. The plaques and certificates were categorized in Criminal Investigation Department, CID, the Maritime Division. Officers of the Tactical Unit and the U.S. Coast Guard team also received an award of dedication and assistance to the TCI. Also bringing greetings was CEO of the TCHTA, Caesar Campbell.
We felt that it was necessary to support this event because we over the years have recognized that not only Crime Stoppers but the police have been very supportive of the community and in fighting crime in general. So we feel that without your support, we certainly would not be a destination or a country. I say destination because of course I work in the hotel industry, but a country that is safe for not only Turks and Caicos Islanders but for visitors. And that's very, very key to the success of our industry.
Chief Executive Mark Capes also brought greetings on behalf of Governor His Excellency Gordon Wetherill and said that with such tough economic times come unemployment and subsequently an increase in crime. He said the officers are doing their best despite the challenges. Capes did make an apology to the officers for late salary payments.
I want to say an apology to the police. I know that your salaries have not been paid always on time. That's not because of any incompetence or laziness. That's simply trying to juggle the finances to make sure we have the money on the day. And we don't always make it on that day, but we do our best. But I do understand that that can cause inconvenience.
Capes also touched on the living and working conditions of the officers.
I also recognize, as does the governor, the poor state of some of your buildings, the barracks, the police station here in Providenciales. They're well overdue for some refurbishment, and the governor and I will both give priority to refurbishing those buildings as soon as the funds become available.
Meantime, Deputy Commissioner Hubert Hughes of the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force thanked the officers for their commitment to the job.
In the job of a police officer, it calls for a great deal of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. And in that sacrifice, sometimes we sacrifice time with our families. And I appreciate the officers who have committed that sacrifice to ensure that the Turks and Caicos Islands is a safe place and one of the safest places in the Caribbean. I know that we work under extreme difficult circumstances as it relates to working conditions, and I would like to thank my fellow officers for the commitment they have shown so far under these extreme difficulties.
But the highlight of the evening was the impressive drill exercise by the cadets, led by Inspector Hilton Duncan.
3, 2, 1, spin, arm.
For WIV4 News, I'm Takara Bain.